3 product pages, a car, a speaker, a soft drink. Look at the hero video on each one. Nobody filmed those. No set, no crew, no camera. Every frame came out of a text prompt on a platform called Higgsfield, who are paying for this video. Worth stating plainly up front, because I am about to spend 8 minutes taking their platform apart. And this is the part that should bother you. At the going rate, that footage costs about 2 cents a second to generate. 2 cents. A 15-second hero shot for less than a stick of gum. So why does everyone who has actually tried this tell you it is expensive? Because 2 cents a second is the sticker, not the bill. Every platform on earth quotes you cost per second of output. The number that decides what you actually pay is cost per usable second. Those are nowhere near each other. Across production teams, roughly 1 generation in 4 is worth keeping. 3 of every 4 go in the bin, and you pay full price for all of them. Practitioners budget 3 to 5 attempts for any shot that has to match another shot. So the real cost runs 3 to 4 times the advertised one. Call it the iteration tax. Biggest line item in AI video, and almost nobody prices it. One documented production burned 164 clips to get 41 keepers, 3 finished minutes. About $950, $315 a minute, for footage with no actors in it. So the question was never which model is cheapest per second. It is which workflow gets you to a keeper in fewer tries. Which is where the shelf starts to matter, and it is deeper than I expected. One login covers Seedance 2.5, Kling 3.0, Google VO 3.1, and Sora 2. Then the image side, Sol 2.0, Nano Banana Pro, GPT Image 2, Flux 2, Grok Imagine. Bought separately, that is 8 or 9 subscriptions. Here it is, one balance you draw down, and that changes your tactics, not just your invoice. Burn the failed attempts on the cheap model, only spend the expensive one once you know the shot works. The iteration tax lands hardest on whatever you are re-rolling, so re-roll on the cheap thing. Independent cost roundups this year put Seedance near 2 cents a second, and the premium models up to 40. Same shot, 20 times the price, depending purely on where you spend your mistakes. And Seedance 2.5 at 1080p is early access here. You cannot get it anywhere else yet. So let us pay the tax on camera and watch exactly where it goes. One account, 3,000 credits, 1 afternoon. And one thing worth saying up front, because it changes how you should read the next 5 minutes. This was a first session on this platform. No prompt engineering practice, no house presets, nothing tuned. That is deliberate. It is the same starting line you would have. The prompt, a server rack in a dark room, amber status light, an orange cable on wet concrete. Run it 6 times without changing a single word. Watch the room. The cable disappears. The light turns blue. The rack changes color. Same words, 6 different places. So how many tries would you accept before a shot stops being cheap? And none of this is the model being bad at its job. A prompt describes a scene, and a scene has 1,000 free variables. Every one of them is getting re-rolled, every single time. And the research is blunt about the other half of this. Complex prompts fail about 70% of the time. Simple shots land far more often. So the fix is not a longer prompt, it is a smaller shot. So stop re-rolling them. Higgsfield calls this a mood board. Feed it references, and it holds style, tone, and color across generations. 20 or more photos, one cohesive style, saved as a named preset you reuse on every later shot. A second control, color transfer, lifts a palette straight out of an image you already like. If you write software, there is a useful way to think about what just happened. A mood board is a config file. You define the look once, commit it, and stop paying to rediscover it. Same prompt as before, nothing changed except the pin. The room holds, the cable stays, the light stays amber. The model did not improve. There are simply fewer variables left free, which fixes stills. Motion is a harder problem. A video model has to invent every frame after the first one. Seedance 2.5 takes references directly, and you tag them inside the prompt. Up to 9 images, 3 video clips, 3 audio tracks, and it works out what each one is for. So the same idea, 1 level up, 2 reference frames instead of 1 description. Left, no references. Right, 2. Same prompt, same model, same afternoon. 9 images, 3 clips, 3 audio tracks. That reads like a function signature. And once your inputs are typed, you start wondering whether you have to keep doing this by hand. You do not. There is a node canvas. Prompt feeds image generation feeds video generation, and the whole chain prices itself before it runs. 53 credits, quoted up front. Save it as a template and the retry budget drops permanently instead of once per session. That is the moment a creative tool starts behaving like a build system. And if you are selling something, there is a version with the graph already drawn. Marketing Studio takes a product URL and returns ad variants across 9 formats off 1100 presets: unboxing, tutorial, UGC, television spot, each one aimed at a different conversion job, same machinery underneath. Somebody else already wired the nodes, so what did all of it cost? 3,000 credits at the start of the session, 2,026 at the end, 973 credits for everything you have watched. At their own top-up rate, that is about $48. The packs ladder from $12 for 200 credits up to $235 for 5,000. For scale, one sole image costs a tenth of a credit. A Seedance clip, 14. So the images are effectively free and the video is the entire bill. Budget accordingly. One measurement note, because it matters. All of that ran on credits, not the unlimited tier. Unlimited sits on a separate, slower queue, so timing it there would tell you nothing. 2 more things before you subscribe to anything. Credits do not roll over, and top-up packs expire after 90 days. So what is it still bad at? One session note, and it is a small one. My Canvas run queued up and just sat there that afternoon. Higgsfield ships an MCP server and a CLI, and Claude drives them over OAuth with no API key. And that part genuinely delivers. 1 sentence in the chat, 3 matching clips back, no keys anywhere. Other machines ran the same graph fine that day. So the smart money says a backend blip caught my run, not yours. And the automation story is wider than one canvas anyway. The MCP and the CLI can drive every model you watch today straight from your own agent. Marketing Studio, Cinema Studio 4, and supercomputers sitting inside them. These pieces ship updates faster than I could film them. So wire it into whatever pipeline you already run. Every model here is callable, and the pace of shipping is the story. Here is where I land. If you are one person shipping a product and its footage, this wins on arithmetic. 2 cents a second against 40 at the top end means every retry hurts a fraction as much. When 3 of 4 generations get thrown away, cheap stops being a compromise and becomes the whole strategy. And if you hit an edge like my Canvas afternoon, give it a day. At this shipping pace, edges do not stay edges for long, which leaves the question I keep turning over. When a usable clip costs pennies and minutes, what is the scarce thing now? It is not the footage anymore. Tell me what you think it is. My take in one line. For a solo builder, this is the cheapest route to usable footage right now. Higgsfield and everything shown today is linked in the description below.